got the bloodlust. Me too. I want to kill. Let's kill.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to The Bloodlust. This is your go-to podcast for classy broads talking horror since 2014. This is episode 262 of the podcast. Tonight we are going to be talking about Apartment 7A, the Rosemary's Baby prequel, starring Julia Garner, directed by Natalie, Erika, James. My name is Amy. I am your fearless leader, joined as always by my lovely and talented co-host Jamie.
Hello,
friend.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
When did you get back?
Late Saturday night.
Late Saturday night.
And I spent almost all of yesterday doing laundry and sleeping.
That sounds right.
Because for some reason the time change, the jet lag hit me hard this time.
Well, it's not surprising.
Yeah. It doesn't usually. I'm usually pretty quick to bounce back, but
Yeah.
got me good yesterday.
We had a great time. I saw your pictures, saw the
had a
Aurora
great time.
Borealis every single day.
And the Aurora Borealis.
It looked magnificent.
Yeah. It was absolutely beautiful. We somehow lucked out and had clear, sunny days every day and northern lights every single night.
That's so cool.
We got to wear crampons and have mountain climbing gear and climb all over a glacier and go in an ice cave. We rode some Icelandic horses. We soaked in a natural hot spring.
Very cool.
Yeah. Saw lots of waterfalls, lots of mountains.
Kitty's first time there.
Yes.
Is she a fan?
Yeah, she liked it a lot.
Great. I'm so glad you had a good time.
Yeah, me too. It was very fun.
I didn't do a whole lot.
No?
I just had a week.
Well. Hey.
I'm getting a new tattoo tomorrow.
Oh. Of what?
Of a cow, a pig, and a chicken.
Cute. Are they
It's
all
going
going to
to
be
be
standing on
my-
top of each other?
No, they're all going to be arranged on my arm.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. It is my 20th anniversary of being vegan, so I wanted a commemorative tattoo.
Oh, yes, a commemorative tattoo. That's nice.
So that's my only big exciting thing happening.
Well, I think that's very exciting.
I've been showing horror movies at home for a group of people, and they've been enjoying that, I think.
Nice.
I showed A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, and then last time
Classic.
I showed The Bay.
Oh, love The Bay.
Yeah, me too. I think people liked it.
It's one of my favorite movies that we've reviewed so far on the podcast.
Is that right?
It's up there.
That brings us to our roundtable, listeners, which is, as we are approaching our 10-year anniversary of doing The Bloodlust, I thought I would ask, what has been your favorite movie we've reviewed for the podcast? Question 2, what has been your least favorite movie that we've reviewed for the podcast? And I was looking back through these and finding so many that I'd forgotten we did or forgotten all about. It's been a long time, guys.
It's been a journey. Lots of movies.
Lots of movies. So what do you think, Jamie?
Well, I feel like I can pretty easily say my favorite movie is The Witch.
Yeah.
I loved it then. I love it now. I've rewatched it like 20 times. And it still gets me. I still find it creepy. I love the aesthetic of it. I just think it's just such a great movie. It hasn't moved. Like that one, it's hard for me to pick favorites of things or like even least favorites of things, but that one I'm pretty darn confident on.
Yeah, it's a great choice. Definitely one of the top on my list too.
Yep. But
what
for
about least favorite?
Oof. See that for some reason that one's harder. I feel like overall I've strongly disliked or hated very few of the ones that we've covered.
It's pretty good.
So much like that I would have given them a 1 star or even fewer stars if I had the option. But I think the first one that came to mind was Marrowbone.
Yeah. That's on my list as well.
Because it was terrible. And it was so boring. And that's literally like all I remember about it. Yes, it's so predictable. Like I
remember Mia Goth was in it.
I don't even remember that. I just remember it was like a bunch of blonde kids.
Mm-hmm. She was one of them.
Like lived in an attic. And they wore a lot of...
that sounds like Flowers in the Attic.
A lot of white. And maybe I'm combining the two for some reason in my mind. But I did not like Marrowbone. So yeah, I'm going to go with that one being my least favorite. But if I had to like pick another one to go with it maybe, just for funsies, I think it would maybe be Darling.
Which I liked.
Yes. I remember just very much not liking it and being very bored by it. And that one was a little too fartsy for me.
A little fartsy.
It was heavier on the fartsy side.
I like that one.
Well, you like the fartsy stuff.
I do. We've done a good amount of movies that we did just because I love them. Like Black Christmas and Eve's Bayou and Snowtown.
Oh, I love Snowtown.
So it's hard for me to pick those because I already knew that they were going to be good.
True.
You know?
Yeah. It's not fair to pick one that we only covered simply because you knew you liked it.
Right. So I think I'm going to go with The Babadook.
Good choice.
I think it's pretty damn near perfect. And I think The Witch is, too. I just didn't want to pick the same one as you. Of the two, I can't even say which one I've watched more. I've watched both of them probably 10 times.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
If I think of, like, what the ones that we've covered that I've rewatched the most, The Witch would be number 1, and number 2 would probably be What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, yeah.
And 3 would probably be Babadook. Or Raw. We've covered some real good ones.
Raw. Shit.
Raw was awesome.
Yeah, it was. The Substance was awesome.
The Substance was awesome. And that's high up on the list also. I mean, partly because of proximity, too.
Yeah.
We just did it, but
I can't imagine
it was awesome.
Falling off that list. It's now the number 1 rated horror movie on Letterboxd.
Oh, well, that's good. It was a good one. There's also Midsommar.
Yeah.
Hereditary. The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
I mean, we've covered some real good ones. Who Spooned?
Yeah. We've also done some bad ones, though. I feel like...
We've done some stinkers.
Marrowbone's on my list. Come True, do you remember that one?
No.
I didn't like that at all.
No,
I thought
I
that was
don't remember
really
that one.
bad. The Black Phone, I didn't like at all.
Oh, I did not like The Black Phone. No.
Yeah.
No, siree.
And I also really didn't like at all the last 2 Halloween remakes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. I thought they both sucked.
I did too. I thought the most recent one was particularly stupid.
Though both of the last 2 were really bad.
Was it a Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yep.
New one?
The one with the girl from My Best Friend's Exorcism.
Yeah.
Which you also did not like.
I also did not like that.
Yeah.
I also really didn't like I Saw the TV Glow. And
That's
I've read some
right.
reviews where people are like way into that movie. So I do.
Oh, super into it.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I just didn't connect with it or I missed something, but it doesn't change the fact that I was wildly bored.
Yeah.
Wildly. Oh, and this isn't related to the round table, but listeners may care to know this. I watched the most recent VHS.
Me too.
Oh, what'd you think? We won't go too into it in case we ever decide to cover it at some point, which we probably should since we've done them all.
We have done them all. But they make them so often now, it's like, Jesus Christ,
I know.
we just did one.
I know. I'm not upset about it because
No,
it's
they're
one of
fun,
my favorite
and they're
franchises.
fun to talk about. I think this one was a little bit more forgettable. The segments were a little more forgettable than some of the ones, or they blended together more. And I think that's probably because thematically they were similar.
Yes.
I enjoyed the one about the dog sitter. I think was my favorite.
That was the Justin Long one.
Was it?
Uh-huh.
I thought that
very
one
Tusk-esque.
It was.
It was so funny. It's so silly.
I thought that the what do you call it? The parachuting one. I thought that one was pretty
one
cool.
gave me extreme anxiety.
Yeah.
At the beginning. Like, it touched on a couple anxiety points for me, triggers.
Yeah.
And then I really liked the Kate Siegel, Mike Flanagan one.
Tell me what happens in that one.
It was the one where the gal is out doing some sort of documentary or recording about UFOs, and then she like finds herself onto on a ship.
Yeah.
I thought that one was just really cool. It was like, gave me a weird like existential dread feeling. I think the only one I wasn't super keen on was the like Bollywood.
Yeah.
One. I didn't think it fit with the rest of them, and I didn't really understand like what the plot was.
Yeah.
And then the one at the beginning that was called Stork had a real cool, like weird looking alien.
It did.
That one was fun. But yeah, the dog sitting one was just pretty hilarious.
It was. I agree.
I liked it. It's not better than 1 or 2.
But it would be up there for you?
Or 99. Was that the real good one, or was it 94?
I can't remember anymore.
I can't either, because there have been so many. But it's in my top 5.
Okay.
But I also feel like we just don't get enough alien stuff in general. So I was just very geeked to see
all of this alien stuff.
All sorts of alien stuff.
Plus the dog thing.
That was that one and the Bollywood-ish one were the only 2 that weren't thematically alien related. But right. I thought the skydiving one was super cool. That was probably my favorite of the whole bunch.
Yeah, that was cool. I did like that one.
But anyways, that's if we ever cover it. It's fun. I want them to keep doing them. I also really would like another ABCs of Death, but I don't know if they'll do a third of those. That
would be really neat. I really liked 2.5. I think about that one all the time.
Yes, that one was good.
And how cool and homemade those were.
Yep.
And wish that they would do something else like that.
I should watch that again.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking the same.
It's a good one.
All right, let's get into Apartment 7A, shall we?
Let's do it. Let's walk on in.
Walk on in. Tell us about it.
Well, this movie is rated R. It has a runtime of 1 hour, 47 minutes. It is directed by Natalie Erika James. It is written by Natalie Erika James, Christian White, and Skylar James. It stars Julia Garner, Dianne Wiest, and Jim Sturgess. It premiered at Fantastic Fest September 20th, 2024, and released on Paramount Plus September 27th, 2024. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's currently sitting at 39% fresh. Well, that's rotten.
Yeah.
With critics. And 73% fresh with audiences. So it's a pretty big gap.
Which is higher than the audience score for The Substance.
That's crazy.
It is. But people have higher standards when they go to a theater, I think. And this was not released in theaters.
Perhaps. But I mean, The Substance met some pretty high standards.
I would say, yes.
Well, people are allowed to be wrong. It's okay.
People are allowed to be wrong. And we're allowed to point it out.
Yeah.
So this is a prequel to Rosemary's Baby. And if you remember that movie, Terry Gionoffrio was the woman that Rosemary meets in the laundry room, who has been taken in by the Castevets. And that's who this movie is about. And in this movie, she's an aspiring dancer who is desperate to revive her career after a bad fall injured her ankle. She's now known as the girl who fell in the industry. She had a big fall and her ankle snapped during a production. So because of this, she's having trouble getting cast, and she's being humiliated at auditions. And she tries to visit this producer in his apartment building, which turns out to be the Bramford, which is the home of Minnie and Roman and later Rosemary and Guy. So she goes to this apartment building and has a spell, and there she meets Minnie and Roman Castevet.
Yep.
And they offer her a place to stay and access to their many high society connections. And you kind of know where this story's going to go if you've seen the movie.
Right.
Rosemary's Baby. You know exactly where the story's going to go. But that is the setup for this. You might recognize Natalie Erika James's name. She directed Relic from 2020, that movie with Emily Mortimer that I liked. About the mom with dementia.
Yes.
And all the crazy rooms in the house.
Yeah. I remember that one.
And this was produced by John Krasinski, who apparently thought it was a good idea to cash in on Rosemary Baby IP.
I mean, I guess why not?
I guess. Why not? Why not, Jamie?
That's what I ask.
What did you think about this?
I think why not because it wasn't needed.
Yeah, that's why not.
Yeah. I think overall, this was just another movie that I was bored with. Like, it weirdly hit too many beats of Rosemary's Baby, but also felt off in some way. Like,
it tried to hit all the beats from Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, but it didn't feel connected to Rosemary's Baby in a way that a prequel should. And I don't really know why that is. I think the biggest thing for me was like what I know of Rosemary's Baby is that like there's a very interesting and like noticeable usage of space in the apartment and like hallways. Like it's almost kind of a character of its own, and it works so well with the movie and creating like foreboding scenes or like ominous type scenes. And in this, like it was just a set. Like it didn't, that aspect wasn't there. So it felt strange. And I think it suffered from not having the sort of her husband in the original Rosemary's Baby Guy, like having that sort of gaslighting aspect of someone else sort of gaslighting her into all of this and making her feel crazy. And that's also part of the fear and terror that movie creates, in that like she feels she's going insane and you see her sort of like falling apart while all these things are happening to her and all these people are just sort of taking advantage of her. And I think they maybe try to tap into that a little bit with the Jim Sturgess character.
Yeah.
With this, but it didn't. That's what I mean. Like they have a note of it, but it doesn't hit the same. Like it's not.
It all feels hollow.
Yeah, it's not a meaningful relationship, so we don't really care. Like it's not as impactful when he's trying to gaslight her or anything.
Right.
And you don't really get the same sense that she's losing her mind, going crazy or like spiraling. And I don't know, it just was very lackluster. Like it just didn't pack any of the same punches, and it didn't feel scary at all in the same way that Rosemary's Baby did. So yeah, it wasn't for me. I didn't like it a ton. I think it had some positive parts to it. It wasn't like a total dud or like a total stinker. I can find things that I liked about it. For instance, there was like a dance scene that was very Suspiria-esque, and I liked that. I liked the scene where she was drugged and kind of like in this weird sort of spacey dream-like state, and she's doing a dance, but like when she lands on a wall, it sort of like falls away. Like it's very sort of, it's just a very interesting scene. I liked how that looked.
Yeah, me too.
Dianne Wiest, I think she went real hard in on the Minnie impression, but I really liked it.
She mostly nails it.
Yeah.
She does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
It's a tall order. She won Ruth Gordon won the Oscar for that part. It's my favorite part of the movie, honestly.
Yeah, I think she did as good a job as anyone could do. Like, she was real convincing at it.
Yeah.
So I liked her. Yeah, I liked how the devil looked, how Satan looked. I thought that was a really cool design that you don't see too often or ever.
I liked it in that one scene in the dream sequence.
Yes.
The little flashes that you get of the devil.
Yeah, no, that's the one I'm talking about.
Stupid.
Is the dream one.
Yeah.
I liked how it looked there. But other than that, like, it fell real flat for me. And it did feel like just sort of a cheap attempt to build something, off the success of Rosemary's Baby, but without doing enough to sort of also make sure it stands on its own.
Yeah, it doesn't stand on its own at all.
Right. So,
yeah. I agree. I agree on all points, unfortunately. I think that it feels cheaply made. I think you can feel the fact that this was a direct-to-streaming release and was intended to be a direct-to-streaming release. I think it's probably apparent in the budget, and I think that's part of the reason why it doesn't feel as grounded in the hotel and stuff. It also, I feel like, doesn't do a great job grounding it in the late 60s. Some of the clothes and the haircuts and stuff, like the haircut she ends up getting is not 60s at all.
No, and they play a 1980s version of Juice Newton's Just Call Me Angel.
Yeah. I don't think they do a very good job grounding it in the 60s or in New York.
Yeah.
I was kind of disappointed in the director because I really enjoyed Relic and I thought that she was a unique voice. I don't know if maybe it's just that because she was constrained by adapting this. But, and I don't really see any scenario where this ends up being a worthwhile movie, to be honest.
No, I was pretty bored by the end of it. Like, I don't know. I was definitely checked out.
Who is the movie for? Is it for fans of Rosemary's Baby? Because you can't.
Because then you failed there.
Well, right, because you're taking a movie that to me is a perfect film.
Yes, that's arguably one of the best horror movies.
Yeah, my personal favorite horror movie ever. And one that is pretty unassailable. And you're trying to make something that's supposed to stand right next to that. That's a big, big ask.
Yeah.
So, and I don't see people who are not familiar with the original wanting to watch this.
Well, right, because like we said, it doesn't really stand on its own.
I don't think that it would. So if it's not for fans of Rosemary's Baby and it's not for people who haven't seen it, I don't really understand the point.
Right.
I don't know. It might work for somebody who hasn't seen the original. I would be curious to see what people think. But to me, you're working off a story that we're all very familiar with. What happens to Terry is a big part of Rosemary's Baby. Yeah. So it takes all the suspense out. So what do you need in place of suspense? You'd need good character development, really visually arresting imagery. Mm-hmm. I just don't think that they did anything to make this not a waste of time.
Yeah. Well, obviously, 73% of audiences felt it was worth something.
I guess so. To me, to someone who's a super huge fan of Rosemary's Baby, this was very disappointing.
Yeah. Agreed.
It tries way too hard to ape the original. it shouldn't have followed the same beats to me as Rosemary's Baby, because that movie was a mystery. You don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
And
The mystery is gone in
Rosemary.
this. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah. You get to follow Rosemary as she unravels the mystery, and that's what makes the movie interesting. This movie we know from the beginning, so it shouldn't have been about her unraveling the mystery. You could have made it an okay movie maybe if you hadn't structured it that way, but they decided to make it the exact same structure as the original. I didn't even find the little touches that in here, like the jump scares and stuff, they were bad. They were very cliched, and it made me really disappointed in the director. I did enjoy the Bejeweled Devil from the Dream.
Yes.
So I agree with you on that. I don't know if maybe this would be because Julia Garner is very popular now. Maybe this was just an attempt to capitalize on her fame. She's okay in this. Yeah. But she didn't jump out at me either way.
She's kind of plain, like, just kind of blends in with everything else. I think Dianne Wiest stands out the most.
Yes, for sure. I also think, politically and just, the state of the country right now, it's a really good time right now for a story like this to come out. And I feel like they wasted it. You know what I mean? Because Rosemary's Baby is such a prescient film when it comes to female autonomy and gaslighting and control of our bodies. And how is that not super relevant right now? It should have tapped into those fears and leaned more heavily into that. That's how they could have made it good, and they didn't.
And stand out a bit more on its own.
Yes.
I also feel like I've seen enough, like, Satan babies this year.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been a real heavy year for that theme, and they've all been sort of meh.
Yeah. I think that this was the worst of the bunch, though.
Same. I do, too.
I did think that the scene where she's auditioning, I think the beginning of this is stronger than the rest of it.
Yeah, agreed.
I think the scene where she is auditioning and is being humiliated by the director or the casting director or whatever was very strong. Mm-hmm. And I liked that. It could have used more. I don't know. Why not spend more of the time in the movie devoted to her getting torn down and being to show us how desperate she is before
jumping right into all the other stuff,
and spend less of the time on her trying to unravel the mystery because we already know the answer. Play the movie as if we know the answer and make it about her struggles to get rid of her pregnancy. And I don't know. It had stupid info dumps. The scene with the nun.
Yeah.
Just very disappointing.
It was. It obviously is too bad, but I don't know that I had like the highest of hopes for it, just because that's a tough act to follow, and it's a tall order to try and create a successful prequel to Rosemary's Baby that emulates it in a way that feels worthy of being tied to it in any sort of way.
Yeah.
And I don't think this does it all.
No. What did you think about... Well, I guess we won't talk about that yet. We can't spoil it. But it seems stupid to not spoil it.
I mean, it's been spoiled already. It was spoiled before it was made.
But if you haven't seen Rosemary's Baby, I guess.
Well, then get out there and see it, dum-dums.
Yeah, I'm going to rate this a 2.5, and the half stars for Dianne Wiest.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same for the same reason.
So that's a 2.5 for both of us. I do not recommend this.
No, I don't think you're missing anything by not seeing it, and I don't really think you're gaining anything by seeing it, so...
I recommend that you see Rosemary's Baby if you have not seen it.
Yeah, definitely watch it. It's so good.
What would be something modern that we could recommend instead? If they want to watch something modern that kind of falls in within the same territory a little bit. Can you think of anything?
No, not really. Except maybe the one, since we were just talking about VHS, the one segment, and I think VHS 2, with the cult and impregnating the woman with the
Oh yeah, that was
demon baby or
VHS 2.
monster baby.
There was also the one about the alien babies. I think that was in the first VHS.
The alien babies.
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. I liked that segment.
Mm-hmm. I would say maybe Watcher. Maybe I would recommend Watcher. It's not totally about the same thing, but it's about a woman who's not being believed and her unraveling a mystery on her own without any help from the people in her life and despite the people in her life. And I think it has the same kind of deliberateness as Rosemary's Baby, where, like, what I mean by that is, like, everything is very intentional in it. You know, it's not just set dressing. Everything is being shown for a reason.
Yeah.
I think it kind of follows in those same footsteps. So that's what I would recommend if you've already seen Rosemary's Baby and you want to watch something instead of this that is sort of similar, but much better.
And it contains one of the most unsettling scenes I'd seen in a long time in a movie. When she's on the subway with him.
It's a great scene.
Made me so uncomfortable.
I knew which one you meant.
Okay, good, because, oh, God. Made me so uncomfortable.
But I'd like to take this opportunity to just talk about for a second how fucking great Rosemary's Baby is.
I mean, it is.
There's so many iconic moments from that movie.
It's so good.
Just how scary. I remember the first time I saw that, not exactly knowing, you know, what was going to happen and being so engrossed in the mystery of it and so worried for her.
Yeah.
It's just a great mystery with a really great payoff. One of the best payoffs in all of movie history, I feel like.
Yes, and you feel for her the whole time. Like, you just see her get gaslit, get tricked into doing things, like struggle to be believed, struggle to figure out what's going on to her, being scared of what's going on to her. But also she's so excited about the baby, but has no idea, like, why things are going badly. Like, it's just, everything is so good, and that's good acting, good writing, good atmosphere creation. Like, it's just, yeah, it's a pretty perfect movie.
And the first time you watch it, you're with her, right? You're just totally with her, and you're whatever. But then you watch it after knowing what happens, and you do realize that Rosemary is a tough character. Mm-hmm. She's really smart. She's really resourceful, and she does everything you could possibly do. Yep. She's not a passive person in her life.
Right.
She's very capable. She has a lot of agency as far as she can. Yeah,
but she has everyone around her essentially working against her.
Everyone is in on it.
Yeah, so you feel how lost she feels, and even though she is a strong character and has, is able to figure things out and has all this agency, like, it just, you see how futile all the attempts are because they're much stronger forces at play, and she's surrounded by people who are trying, out for the opposite.
It's just such a great study of paranoia and mystery and intrigue. I just love it.
Yeah. I would have rather watched that.
I'll probably watch it this month.
Yeah, why not?
I watch it at least once a year. All right, why don't we talk about the ending? Spoiler territory. If you have not seen Rosemary's Baby or Apartment 7A and you don't want it to be spoiled, you should stop. Meow.
Right, meow.
So I thought in Rosemary's Baby that they told Terry ahead of time what they wanted to do, and that's why she jumped.
I thought the same thing. Is that not what? Did I miss something at the end of this?
Well, I guess that's how this plays out. She does know.
Yeah, she does know. I mean,
So,
they tell her, like, kind of early-ish.
I mean, she finds out she's pregnant kind of early-ish. So what happens is she gets impregnated by the sleazy producer who lives in her building, who she wanted to get apart from. She gets cast in it, and has a bunch of trouble because the lead in it's a bully, and then she ends up getting her part through Minnie and Roman's interference. And she also, when she goes to meet this guy before she gets the part, he drugs her and impregnates her. And so she tries to get an abortion. She can't. Minnie and Roman are like, no, we want to have a baby. We've never had a baby, even though they're so old.
Yeah.
But they offer her a trade. You know, they say, with our connections, we can make you
A star.
give you anything you want if only you give us this baby. So she decides to do it. Even though she doesn't tell anybody in her company that she's pregnant, which would have to affect the production.
Yeah, you would think so.
But that doesn't end up mattering because she finds out through some silly reveals with a book and with a nun that she's carrying Satan's baby. So you'll have to refresh my memory here. She finds out, she goes into a party. It's the exact same reveal
Yes.
as Mia Farrow gets. But she hasn't had the baby yet, so she jumps out the window.
Correct.
Becoming the girl who fell even more. You see how they did that there?
You see how they did that? How clever that was?
Yeah. So she jumps out the window. They also show Rosemary going into the laundry room real quick. Not the conversation they've had, I guess, that they have in the movie, but a different time. Mm-hmm. And they show them at the end of this movie walking up. Rosemary and Guy walking up to the building.
Yeah. And that's it.
And that's it.
And then you're left wishing you had just watched Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, guys. So that's what happens. Not a whole lot to reveal, like I said.
There's just not a lot of meat to it.
No. So sadly, this was a bust. I hope that Natalie Erika James goes on to make something else that only she wrote that's not from existing IP and makes something good like Relic again.
Much better with unique and original stuff.
I agree.
Or at least based on these two examples.
Yes. So I've been watching a horror movie a day this month. Excuse me.
Boring.
Some good things that I have watched. It Lives Inside, or It's What's Inside. I just watched that on Netflix. I thought that was really cool. I enjoyed that very much.
It sounds cool.
We rewatched The Bay. I already said that.
I love it.
I watched Eden Lake for the first time.
Oh.
I had not seen that.
What'd you think?
It made me incredibly anxious throughout. I had to check the runtime after a while because I was like, I can't stand much more of this. So
that's fun.
I was already afraid enough of teenagers, but now I'm even more afraid of teenagers.
Rightly so.
I watched Cube all the way through for the first time. I had only ever seen that in pieces. And
What'd
I
you
enjoyed
think?
it.
Yeah, I think Cube is fun.
It was cool to see it as like the precursor to Saw.
Yeah.
That's what it really felt like
Yeah.
to me. And I liked how low budget it was and what they did with their budget. I thought it was cool. And I watched a weird movie called The Berlin Bride. That was from 2019. It was very weird. It gave me kind of Greasy Strangler vibes a little bit.
Love that movie.
Yeah. It was about these two men who find pieces of a mannequin separately. The one guy is missing his right arm, and he happens to find the mannequin's right arm, so he starts wearing it. And then the other guy finds the rest of the mannequin, and he's just like a lonely guy, so he makes it into his bride. He dresses it up and talks to it and stuff. And then he goes looking for her arm. It's a weird story.
Yes, it is. It sounds it.
But I enjoyed it. I watched Humane, the Caitlin Cronenberg movie. Did not like.
Okay.
Did not like at all. Liked about as much as this.
Wow, okay.
Mm-hmm. So that's all of note. We rewatched The Witches the other day.
That's a fun one.
Yeah. It's funny to me how thick of a Chicago accent the little kid has, even though his parents are like rich people and his grandma's from Norway. It's like, Grandma!
Grandma!
Grandma! But it's very cute. And Angelica Houston is wonderful in it.
It's such a fun movie. It's so delightful. We did that,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we did.
know.
I think we covered it.
Okay. I did it on Andrew's podcast once.
Maybe we did it. Maybe we just watched it. I don't know.
Maybe.
We've done so many, I can't remember.
It's pretty hard. Speaking of which, for our next episode, we are going to be reviewing Terrifier 3, which is out now in theaters. So please join us back here in 2 weeks' time.
Hearing some pretty crazy things about it.
Yeah, I've heard the same. So we will see.
Yeah. We will.
So join us back here in 2 weeks and we will discuss. And do please leave us a rating and a review if you have not done so yet. It helps us to be found by other people, other listeners.
Yeah.
And
everyone likes to be found.
Everyone likes to be found and discovered. And please feel free to send us roundtable questions, movie suggestions, comments, questions, concerns, pictures of your pets to thebloodlustpodcast@gmail.com or on our website, thebloodlust.net, or on our Facebook or our Instagram. We are on there as The Bloodlust Podcast.
There you go.
Jamie, welcome back to the country.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome. It's time to
Thank
go
you,
eat.
listeners. Yes, go eat. Thank you, listeners, for listening. Until next time, I've been Amy.
I'm Jamie.
All right. Thank you, good night, and hail Satan.
Bye.
Goodbye.